Hello everyone, my name is Christy Salgado, and in this video my partner Erica and Marjorie, we are going to talk to you about code switching. What is code switching? Code switching involves changing from one way of speaking to another between or within interaction and include change in accent, dialect, and language. Um, Also, code switching can also refer to the process of multicultural individuals using more than one language in conversation or other communicate act. Example, gesture, body language, and understood context. And code switching by using different language at the same time. The brain switches back and forth between transmitting and receiving message. When people who work or living in multilingual environment can change code many times throughout the day or even within a single conversation. Uh, some culture linguists have argued, argued that as a result of social media, most Americans engage in code change on a regular basis. Words like text, threads, line, Google, and symbol communication. Example, the emojis um, are used every day in the WhatsApp or Facebook on each platform and by people of all age.
Hello everyone, I'm Erica, and now I am going to talk about some example of code switching. Some people are monolingual and just speak one language. And also some people are bilingual or multilingual and speak more than 3 languages. Bilingual or multilingual people sometimes switch back and forth between 2 or more different languages. This is called code switching. One situation in which code switching is common is with immigrant families. For example, if there is a family who is from Russia um, and they move to the United States, it's probably that they start to use the code switching because they had to learn English and maybe their children uh, will learn English and they mix the 2 languages in a conversation, but they I don't know that they are using code switching. People switch languages in a single situation, within a single conversation, and sometimes within a single sentence. In code switching, one language is the dominant language and normally the native language of the group. This is sometimes called the matrix language, and the language that is added to the conversation is called embedded language. Let me let me show you some examples. For example, gracias por the lovely gift. Está awesome. This is a mix between Spanish plus English. 你要是 get pizza with Mima. Mandarin plus English. 你要是 get pizza with Mima. Mandarin plus English. Are we eating chez Martima? English plus French. Who uses code switching? Code switching occurs mostly in bilingual communities. Speakers of more than one language are known for their ability to code switch or mix their language during their communication, switching from one language to another. For example, we can have a conversation with one friend in Spanish, but it's probably that we use the code switching in a conversation, and we don't know that we are using code switching because this is spontaneously. Um, for example, we can be talking about the plastic pollution, for example, and we can say, um, el plástico es malo para los animales, because they eat this and something like that. And maybe we use Spanish with English or something like that. And this happen also in other cultures, like for example, people use Hindi plus English and so many more things. Types of code switching. The first is intersentential. The language switches done at sentence boundaries, words and phrases at the beginning or end of a sentence. For example, if you are late for the job interview, abbiamo problemi. The second is intrasentential. The shift is done in the middle of a sentence with no interruption or pauses to indicate a shift. For example, you are sleepy. Go to someone because you spend a lot of time in your bed. Different types of whiches occur within the clause level and within the word level. The number three is extrasentential or tag switching. This is the switching on either a single word or a tag phrase or both from one language to another. For example, él es de Oaxaca y así los criaron a ellos, if you know what I mean. Another example is how Turkish students use some boundary words like ama, that means bad, or Jani, I mean, while speaking English. And finally, here are some other hybrid ways of speaking. You can find Taglish, Tagalog plus English, Franglish, French plus English, Hindi plus English, German English, German plus English, and these are code switching.
Right. Hi, my name is Mario Escales Juarez Mendoza, and I'm going to give you 5 reasons why people code switch. So, reason number 1, our lizard brain take over. The most common example of code switching were completely inadvertent. Folks will slip into a different language or accent without even realizing it or intending to do it. For example, we have the testimony for a girl named Carly. I already knew I was getting myself into a trouble, but I didn't expect how scary it was going to be. It was terrifying. Periodically, you will hear quiet scratches and taps on the walls on this maze, with a voice saying, Watashi wa Michan. Translation of that is, I am Michan. Reason number 2, we want to fit in. Very often, people code switch, both consequently or inconsequently, to act or talk more like those around them. While this can be effective, it also be perilous, as John David told us. One day, my principal talked into my room and asked me, Mr. Davis, I didn't recite your addition to the school improvement plan. I replied, no, you fraud employer. I put that on your desk yesterday. My boss froze, with his jaw dropped and one eyebrow raised. After a moment, he shook his head and said, You're spending too much time with the kids. My bad. Reason number 3, we want to get something. A lot of folk code switch not just to fitting, but to actively integrating themselves to others. Reason number 4, we want to say something in secret. We collected many sweet stories of people code switching in order to hide in plain sight, a habit most common among people in love. Because this tactic often relies on assumptions, it can get one in a trouble. And the last one, reason number 5, it helps us convey a thought. Certain concepts need the perfection not to come across effectively. Many people switch language or employ colloquials to express particular ideas. So thank you for your attention and have a nice day.